Yo, welcome back to the Cover Zero podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Quadri Zayed. This is my co-host, Jelani Zayed. And we just wrapped up NFL Week 13. I know we've been gone for a couple weeks. We missed Week 11
And
and Week 12.
Yeah.
No, we was a little busy, but we back and we're here. It's not gonna be a normal episode this time. It's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna structure it a little bit different. We're gonna talk about teams that we're worried about going into the last month or so stretch of this NFL season. We're getting into the time where it's crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
These teams, it's either y'all gonna make the playoffs or y'all not. And there's a few teams on the edge, and there's a few teams who in there who might be regressing a little bit and might get out of there.
Yes.
But we gonna discuss that all today. We're not gonna discuss every game that happened in Week 13, but we're gonna discuss how we feel about specific teams that are struggling a little bit or need to make that final push to make the playoffs. But first, Jelani, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Sorry for the hiatus. We just got busy. So we're gonna get back to rolling, man. Miss y'all. So we're gonna get back to this episode. So the first team we will be talking about is the Philadelphia Eagles. They dropped their last two against the Dallas Cowboys into the Chicago Bears. To really look at it, back in 2024, show like the difference. There was 19th in points per game. There was 23rd in passing, but they had a top 2 rushing offense in the league. And an explosive running play, so like 10 plus yards or more, there was 22nd. No, that was second. My apologies. So like the explosive run game, and they just had a good run game. Now this year, as we're seeing, the run game is not the same at all, and it just hasn't been good. Saquon and the offensive coordinator, like nothing like the offense has been so shaky throughout the whole year. Basically, with the run game, they just can get the same type of run game going like there was last year, and it's a big problem because as in this year there was 19th in points per game, and this year now and last year they were 7th. So that's just a big issue. And like I know they'll make the playoffs, but like with the matchups and like how I think they'll make playoffs. Like Dallas will have to do some things, and that's very possible. But Dallas just have to do some things to win out. And if we look at these next 5 games for Philly, they have the Chargers. We don't know how Jess Hubbard's going to be looking. We're going to talk about the Chargers later. The Raiders, Commander twice, and Buffalo. Personally, I could see them winning 3 or 4 of the next 5. I'm not really concerned about them missing the playoffs, but I am just very concerned about how matchups look in the playoffs, and with a good defense, how will Philly orchestrate in the playoffs? So that's just one of my biggest problems with Philly. I don't know, like Kevin Pilata, like I just don't understand why.
Patula.
Huh? Patula. I just don't understand. Yeah, thank you. I don't know why it's such a big problem. Of like he was on the ring of Kellen Moore last year. He see the system. I know you're not like I just don't understand like why it's such a big drop off in production by the running game, and the pass game has been inconsistent. But that's Philly. Quadri, what you have to say about this team?
Yeah, man. There's been flaws with this team all year, and it's just been covered up by the fact that they were winning games. And I mean, this is kind of what AJ Brown was kind of alluding to when he was talking about the struggles of this offense, and it was like, oh, like we can't, like, yeah, we're 7-2, or yeah, we're 8-3, but we can't like just cover up the flaws of what our offense is because we're winning games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We go out against the Packers and we score 10 points. Now, Green Bay's a great defense, okay? We'll move past that game. We go out against the Cowboys, lose that game. Our offense didn't, we blow a 21-point lead that we gained in the first half. We just kind of fall apart in the second half defensively and offensively. It's like, okay. Then you go up against the Bears, you give up
Almost
like over 280 yards rushing.
Yeah.
The Bears control the game the entire game with their run game. The rookie had 130. Swift had 125. And then your offense can only put up 15 points. And this is probably one of the worst games that Jalen Hurts has played in a minute.
Oh yeah.
I was watching that game like like the box score doesn't say like, okay, he was 1934, 232 touchdowns, 1 pick. It didn't the box score doesn't look like he played that bad, but he didn't play a good game. But it's just the struggles that have been going on the entire season have just finally come to the light. We're finally seeing it. I wouldn't put it all on Kevin Petula because this is Nick Sirianni's team. This is his offense.
Yeah.
Um, Kellen Moore was just a better offensive mind than Burrow last year. Shane Steichen is just a better offensive mind than Kevin Petula. He hired him from in-house. He was under Shane Steichen, or not under Shane Steichen. He was under Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
So this is a guy who was in-house last year. It was Nick Sirianni's decision to not go out and look for other options at offensive coordinator. He wanted to hire his guy who was already there. So at the end of the day, this is Nick Sirianni's team. And this year he hasn't been able to maximize the talent of this roster because it's the same. It's not the same roster, but it's almost the same roster that won the Super Bowl last year. You know, Saquon's still there. I feel like none of these players have dropped off significantly in their play, necessarily, but they're just not producing the way they were last year. I think they're all the same level players. I don't think AJ Brown's a worse player than he was last year. I don't think Saquon's a worse player than he was last year. I don't think that defense is taking much of a step down than they were last year. I think they're still pretty good. But it's just this reminds me a lot of the transition from 2022 to 2023, where it was like, okay, the Eagles are winning, but they don't look the best, and then near the end of the season, it just all falls apart.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're gonna see the same thing happen with the team this year. Like you said, they'll probably make the playoffs. They'll probably win the division, but it's gonna be rough because the NFC is stacked, and you can't come out and play like you did against the Bears, against the Rams, against Seattle, against the Cowboys. They in the hunt.
Yeah.
You can't go out there and play against any of these teams. You can't go out there and play against the Bears like that again. And the Bears gonna be at home that time if they have a better record than you. The 49ers even, like, there's a lot of good teams in the NFC that you just can't go out and take lightly. And the Eagles looked like the front runners for a while because they were the defending champs and they were the most confident team. They were the team we were most confident in to get it together near the end of the season. But right now it's looking like they're taking a little dip. That's not encouraging. So yeah,
I mean,
hopefully the Eagles can get it together.
I don't think because like in 2023 they're deep. I really like their defense now compared to like in 2023, and like at the end I really do with the signing with Phillips. So this is like they was having. I mean, I don't
See, I feel that though.
I really don't
like,
blame that Dallas game on the defense. I blame that more on the offense, just because like Quadra, it was first because like
okay,
no, if you look at that game, right, they stopped at the goal line. It was 4th or something, right? Like they stopped at the goal line, turnover and downs. I think in that fourth quarter, Saquon fumbled, the kicker.
Yeah.
I mean the punter,
the punt returner fumble.
So like it was a lot of just bad field position. Like Dak did capitalize, but I'm not really worried about this defense. I mean,
280 yards rushing.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
but
like I feel like
this is a team in the Bears that, like, yeah, Ben Johnson is always going to be that. Ben Johnson's scheme has always been to run the football, run the ball first. But bro, 280 rushing yards from the Bears with Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift and the Bears offensive line, which has gotten better since last year.
Yeah.
But are they really 280 yards good?
I wouldn't say the game was a fluke, but like I don't think it's happened just because of the talent that I do have on their front seven with Jordan Davis, Carter, with Bond, Dean. You got the rookie Jaha Campbell. I just personally don't think that will happen again, just because I trust the talent they have on their front seven. But that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, the Eagles, I still do think they will make the playoffs, but I just don't know how far they will go because of matchups and personnel and just basically their offense.
Oh, my fault.
No, I'm good now. You can go.
But like if they have a game like that again, because it's possible, because it happened.
Oh yeah,
where a team can go over 200 on them with a better run scheme, like they go play the 49ers in the first round of the playoffs, or they go play what was in the picture, the Rams a team that can actually put up points on you, or a team that can actually just run the ball
Yeah.
and run it effectively and control the clock and keep the ball away from your offense that has been struggling. And then you get up on the Eagles, and now the Eagles got to play comeback, and it don't look like they're good at playing comeback.
Yeah,
But
man. So to another NFC team, we'll be talking about the Detroit Lions next. Man. So with Detroit, I feel like there's the biggest problem compared to last year to this year. It's just basically the O line has not improved this year. I mean, with the time of their center, I think their left tackle, no, yeah, left tackle, he has some injury concerns. Like the O line, the protection of Jerry Goff just hasn't been the same. For example, the last 3 losses against Minnesota, Jared Goff was pressured 47% of the time, and he got pressured 20 times. In week 11 against who we played week 11? The Eagles, he was pressured 41% of the time and 16 pressures. And last week against the Packers pressured him 48% of the time and 15 pressures. Um, as I said, I never thought Jared Goff as a highly quarterback. I always thought it was like his system around him kind of make him better as he seems. And great system, great running game, great receiving core. I just don't think they utilize the running game as much as they need to. I feel you can tell there's like a difference of like the running scheme between last year and this year. Maybe that's because of Ben Johnson left. I mean, we have seen in Chicago what Ben Johnson has been doing with that running game has been developing in the last few weeks. So maybe that's a problem. But I feel like with Jared Goff is at his best. I think I said this earlier in a clip on TikTok. I feel like he's at the best when the running game is going. Like as we've seen New York run games going, Jared Goff got to figure out. I just feel like with him, Gibbs and Monty, I feel like when the run game is going, it really helps Jared Goff with play action and more people in the box. And with Amron and JMO, and now Laporte is out too. So that's another big reason why the offense hasn't been looking the same. So I feel like with Laporte is out and Amron, we don't know when he's gonna be back. I feel like as of now, you should kind of rely more on your running game. Just open up your offense for explosive plays like JMO and Amar hopes that he gets back. And really with their defense, I feel like their defense has been pretty decent so far this year. Terry Arnold is out for the year. He's undergoing shoulder surgery. But the D line looks good. The front seven has been with Dan Campbell. Yeah, Dan, right? I'm tweaking. That ain't Dan Campbell, the linebacker.
no, it's the DC, the ex player. I
Yeah,
can look
I
him
forgot
up.
his name. But I was thinking about the linebacker core, Alex and Campbell. But I know his first name's not Dan.
Uh,
But yes, the linebacker core has been doing good. Even so, Brian Bench has playing some good football. It's just really more. I'm just kind of worried more of the offense. And these next 5 games are very tough. This Thursday they have Dallas, and Dallas has been on a roll. I know that D line. I mean, the D line's kind of doing more right pressures, but like that's just a must win because next week after they got the Rams, great D line. They can get pressure on Goff easily. That they got the Steelers, Vikings, and Bears. And as of right now, the 7th seed is the 49ers at 8-4. So how many more losses can you really take in the NFC to make the playoffs? I don't think like it's gonna be weird, but I don't think you're gonna make the playoffs 10-7 in NFC. Is I know it's weird, bro, but like San Francisco is 8-4. 9-4, 8-4.
I think they're 9-4.
9-4. And they're the 7th seed. And
Yeah, they have a bye week this week. They don't even play.
yeah, and even so, I mean, you can look at the division. I did have the Bears win the division at the beginning of the year. Then the Packers with Micah, they doing very good. So like you drop both games to the Packers. That was a big deal. Then even so, I mean, y'all played the Bears week 18. That might be a very big game in Chicago because they'll play them in Detroit week 2. I don't think. I mean, I never thought Chicago would beat them. I mean, Detroit or Chicago beat them 2-0. I feel like it was going to split, but how the schedule is looking with them look 7-5, they can't drop. They can't drop 2 games. They got to win the next 4, the next 5, in my personal opinion. So, Quadra, how you feel about Detroit?
Yeah, man. I mean, with the picture going on, like you said, I feel like it's gonna be hard to get into the playoffs with in the NFC with 7 losses. You know what I mean? Um, I'm trying to find it right now. Like, the Cowboys are 6-5-1,
Yeah,
and the Lions are 7-5. So if the Cowboys win,
they're taking them
the
to
Cowboys win this game, they're above them.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, now y'all playing behind the Cowboys too, which makes y'all the 9th team, the second team out instead of the first team out, and y'all still got like y'all right there, and y'all kind of can control y'all's own destiny if y'all just win games. Um, I like what you said with all the offense. They gotta find a way to rely on that run game more. The games Jahmyr Gibbs has been 200 and however many yards he's had in any of those games, and like 3 touchdowns. He's been going crazy, and they win all those games. They win all those games. But to me, when it comes to the Lions, I feel like it's this kind of almost the same thing that kind of derailed their playoff run last year, and that's the defense. The defensive coordinator is Kelvin Shepard, and I feel like he's doing a good job of what he has. But the depth that they have at corner, the corner and the safety positions, um, have been getting low because of their injury. They got guys hurt. They got
When's the
guys
last time
out.
Kirby
Kirby Joseph
Joseph even
hasn't
played?
played.
Sorry for cutting you off.
You said what?
What's the last time Kirby played? Kirby Joseph.
I don't even know. I don't think he's played since like week 4.
Damn.
Kirby Joseph hasn't played since like week 4. There was a game where Brian Branch was suspended, and that hurt them. They can't just always rely on them to have a game like they had against the Buccaneers, where their backups played the best coverage ever. They need Terrion Arnold to step up. He just came back. He's back. He was their first round pick. He was their first round pick. He was their first round pick, and they need him to step up. DJ Reed's over there. They need him to step up. In the last game against the Packers, it didn't look too good on the back end, and they got some of their guys back that would make their back end better, but they haven't been playing like a cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Up front, I feel like the only way you can get pressure is with Aiden Hutchinson. I don't feel like the other guys up front get consistent pressure. Like, they get pressure because Aiden's over there and there's so much attention on him, but I don't think there's enough to really like take the pressure off the guys on the back end and not have to cover as long as you think they need to, because you have a great D line like the Packers or something. Like, the Packers back end isn't the best, but they just have to cover for a certain amount of time before Micah and the rest of the guys get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the Packers back end is pretty good though. They perform better when their D line plays better. And I feel like that could be the same for the defense that the Lions have if they could get more pressure on the quarterback. I don't think Jordan Love was touched low key in that game. At least not with the ball.
Nah,
I don't
Jordan.
think anybody
Yeah,
got
he had a
sacked.
great game.
I don't think anybody touched Jordan Love. And when Jameis was going off, Jameis barely got touched too. So it's like, I feel like the defense as a unit is going to be what ends up holding the team back, because I feel like the offense, even though, Amon Ross hurt right now, I feel like he's like week to week though. I feel like he's going to either come back this week or he's going to be back next week. I don't think he's going to play this week though. I think he's going to play.
Man, that means J-Mo starting, baby. My fault.
Yeah. If Amon Ra don't play, I'm starting J-Mo immediately. Because J-Mo getting crazy touches. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Amon Ra's week to week, that'll hurt the offense. It didn't seem to hurt them in the Packers game because their offense was still pretty explosive. But I mean, if Amon Ra's there, that brings a whole different element to their offense. Maybe that's why they can't get the run game going. They're not as sold out on like, oh, J-Mo's gonna beat us deep, but then you got Amon Ra right here. Nah, it's just J-Mo. And then you got Tesla, but I mean, like we can guard him 1-on-1. We can like bring guys in the box to guard to neutralize Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. You know what I mean? We're not as worried because Amon Ra's not back here. Amon Ra is like probably the most important piece of their offense. Honestly, to me, I feel like And if they can't outscore teams, I feel like we're not doing predictions. Like I think we're gonna do predictions for games later in the video. But low key, if I'm a ride on play, I feel like the Lions gonna lose, bro. I don't know if they can keep
Like
up with that Dallas
it's a
offense.
must win. Like it's a must win, but Dallas has been rolling.
Bro,
So like,
Dallas just beat the Eagles. The
like
Lions
if they,
didn't do that. Dallas just beat the Chiefs. The Lions didn't do that. It's just Dallas is on a roll right now. They look like a better team since the trade deadline, since they got Quentin Williams. And this isn't about Dallas, but my issue with the team is I feel like they need to kind of get back to what they were on in that Bucks game, because that Bucks game was crazy. All the backups were like going insane. They're probably all gonna have jobs next year just based off of that game, because they were going so crazy. But like they just need guys on the back end to step up. Terrion Honor specifically, was a first round pick last
he's
year.
out for the
So
season,
like he's out for the season. Terrion Honor.
shoulder surgery. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, they're cooked. Okay, they need DJ Reed to step up. They need Amik Robinson to step up. Brian Branch.
But
I
like,
don't know
bro,
when
with CD
Kirby
and,
Joseph will come back.
GP,
That's what I'm
that
saying.
jump fried, bro. That's all I'm.
That's what I'm saying. What is wrong with Kirby Joseph?
Oh, it
Bro,
was
let
something
me
with
look
his
this up.
knee. I remember he's playing against KC.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. He's still supposed to
I
come
remember
back
that
this
Chiefs game.
season, but they just don't know when. But you hear that?
Mm. You're good. It's gonna get out the background. You're good.
But yeah, bro, I just feel like the defense as a whole needs to step up. They need to work together, getting pressure on the quarterback and make him more uncomfortable, so the corners don't have to cover as long, the DBs don't have to cover as long. It can't just all be on Aiden Hutchinson. He's getting a lot of pressures, but he doesn't have the most sacks, because I mean he's getting there, but like if I'm just worried about him, I'm gonna get it to an open receiver. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like that is gonna be what holds them back the most, and then their offense could still get it together, because even when they're not the best, they're still pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. But
So the next team we'll be talking about is the Kansas City Chiefs. I would say me and Quadri probably would never think of the Chiefs being in this category, but that's what it is. First, I'm gonna start off with the penalties. The Chiefs are one of the most penalized teams in the league. I'm gonna do their offensive line. They're 8th in holding penalties this year. That's terrible. It's a lot of times in the last 3 weeks. They starting off 1st and 20, or is it 2nd and 25? Like you can't just keep getting back up and just expect them to just drive down the field and make long drives because they so backed up. They just can't do it. Another big reason the Chiefs are in this predicament, they can't finish the full quarter. Um, compared to last year and this year, there was one score games. They was undefeated. They always finish out games. But as this year, it's either they can't get a stop on the defensive side, for example, against the Chargers in Dallas and even Denver, or in Jacksonville. That's really we're gonna go to the defense later, but they really just can't just finish 4 quarters. And the other big reason the offense before last game, they make these long drives, but they keep on getting 3, like an example against Buffalo. Um, they had that long play Marquise Brown. There's at the 3-yard line, 3 and out that they kicked the field goal, big part of the game. And against Denver, they couldn't score in the red zone. Same with the Colts too, but they still pull out that win. And that's just the offensive side. I feel like now, I think the offense is back to like a good level. They're top 5 scoring offense in the league right now. They're top 5 in passing offense too. No, they're top 2 actually. Forgot who's 1, but yes, no, Dallas is 1. So like the offense is kind of Dallas is so good, but the offense is getting back to form. But I think the biggest problem with the Chiefs, if they won't make the playoffs, is because of their defense. starting with their defensive line. Chris Jones is the only player on their D line that consistently can get pressure. Even at the beginning of the year, he was still kind of a slow start, but you see all these last 3 weeks, Chris Jones is running up the motor. He's getting back to his old self, but his pieces around him, George Karlaftis, for example, I thought George Karlaftis should have a bigger role. Like last year, he had double-digit sacks. He had some good numbers, and against Houston in the playoffs, he had 3 sacks. I thought Karlaftis take another big step up to really help this D line with the pass rush. But we cannot get pass rush without sending blitzes. We are the 4th highest blitz rate in the league, and like we're like bottom 20. No, we like 22nd in pressures, with pressure percentage. So you send like 30% of the time you're sending blitzes, but you're like bottom 10 in the league in pressure rate. That doesn't add up. So the pressure's not getting there, and we send a lot of send a lot of blitzes because we can get back to before. So as we've seen last week, when we send in blitzes against one of the best quarterbacks that's under pressure, he got 2 1s out there. It's like you're leaving your back end just to get fried because we can't get pressure. And with Trent McDuffie having his worst, like really, that's one of the worst games I see Trent play in his life. And Trent is a dog. Like what CD and GP did to my boy, I can't like I don't even know what to say. Like, I was just in awe, bro. Like, Trent don't be getting cooked. Like, he don't be getting cooked. Like, it's like he doesn't. He's one of the best corners in this league. And but as we are saying, we send a lot of these pressures, and when we can't get back there with 4, Dak has time, throw the ball. So yeah, that's just one of the biggest problems I have with the Chiefs. And I understand Spags. I'm not really upset at Spags because that's his motto. I lesson blitzes, I lesson different looks. But the looks is not getting there, the blitz is not getting there, and leaving our back end just to get fried. So as we look at these next 5 games, all these are very winnable games. These next 5 games are Houston. I feel like they can beat Houston. Just because our blitzes should get there because they have not a good O-line. So we should get pressure on CJ, and the blitzes should get there. And the offense, even way, hasn't been as consistent as we thought it was because of injuries in and out the lineup. Joe Mixon's not there. Plus, you have Tank Dill not there. So the offense hasn't been able to look at consistent, but I feel like the Chiefs will win that one. Next week is the Chargers. Same kind of thing. I don't know how Justin Herbert looked. We can talk about the Chargers later. So even so, O-line is not as healthy. So that's another game that like he's got to win. Then the next 3, Tennessee, Denver, and the Raiders, all 3 winnable games. We played Denver at the Chiefs. So like all these are winnable games for the Chiefs. But I just don't think even AFC, like stuff has to go your way if you make the playoffs 10-7. Like the Colts Colts had to drop 3, or the hand injury for Herbert is worse. Like is way worse than we expect, and they just drop because Herbert's hand. So like I feel like to be comfortable in the playoffs and make the playoffs, the Chiefs guy went out. That's the only thing. So Quadri, how you feel about the Chiefs?
Yeah. Kind of like you said, like the Chiefs have just been making like uncharacteristic mistakes that they usually don't make because they're a veteran team that's been there before. They've been in these situations before where they need to win games and make the playoffs and get these wins in crunch time. Like you said, last year they were undefeated in one-score games. This year they're 1-6.
We won the
So
6. No, 1-5.
1-5.
Wait,
It
no.
was what
We won the 6
the
because the Colts
Chargers.
was a 1-score game.
Yeah.
All 6 games we lost, nigga. What?
Y'all didn't lose to the Colts.
I know, but
Y'all
like
beat the Colts though.
that's why we won at 6. That's why we won at 6.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Niggas, we could really be under
Pat-
trash ass niggas, man.
it's really just like the Chiefs are never going to be down and out of the game. You're not really going to blow the Chiefs out because they have Patrick Mahomes, they have Andy Reid, they have veterans who keep them in these games. But then like the younger guys or like the people who have been playing undisciplined ball have been making mistakes that cost them wins. Like special teams has been an issue for the Chiefs this year. It seems like every game they have a penalty on special teams after a decent or good return that brings them all the way back to like the 15-yard line. And they're starting to have to drop 85 yards down the field just to score. Or they'll get a good play on first down like the Chiefs usually do when they call up a good play, get like 7 yards, 2nd and 3. But no, it's holding on the offense, 1st and 20. You know what I mean? Like Patrick Mahomes almost has to play a perfect game for them to win. And he played a pretty almost perfect game against the Cowboys, and they lost.
Nigga, bro.
Like, they don't really have much of a running game. They don't really have. They have great weapons, but like I said, uncharacteristic mistakes. Rashee Rice dropped. Travis Kelce dropped. Like all on the same drive in the last game, and these haven't been the only drops of the season. Travis Kelce dropped one in the Philly game that led to a pick. Rashee Rice has been dropping stuff also. Like there's been a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes being made by the Chiefs. Chris Jones in the Jaguars game, Chris Jones in the Chargers game. It's like even the vets are making these mistakes. Even I can even say something about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, that Broncos pick, he usually doesn't throw that pick. You see him, Pat. I know you saw him. Don't throw that ball. But or throw it higher. Like he threw it like kind of like where like if you throw it up to your receiver, he might make a play on it. It might go over bro's head, but like he kind of threw it to the level of the receiver, and then the DB in front of him just jumped up and made a play. It's just been a lot of things that the Chiefs have been doing that they usually don't do. And this is why we never really pick against the Chiefs. That's why me and Jelani really didn't think the Chiefs would ever really be in this position. Because if you're in a close game with the Chiefs, more than likely, usually, history has shown that the Chiefs usually win those games. And they haven't been winning those games. And that's really all it comes down to. I mean, you can talk about the personnel issues that they have with them not being able to get pressure up front, but like, is that really going to change much? I mean, they're not going to be able to get pressure up front. That's just not how it's going to work. Unless George Karlaftis decides to show up again, or like Chris Jones turns into Myles Garrett, it's really just not going to happen. You're going to have to send pressure. You're going to have to send blitzes and just hope they get there. With the run game, you're going to have to keep giving the ball to Kareem Hunt, establish the run. You're going to have to keep trusting them offensive linemen up front, the young guys, to help you push that forward. Even though some of the offensive linemen have been up and down this year. Josh Simmons has been playing good. He's been aggressive. No, he's an aggressive offensive lineman. He's good at run blocking. And like some of them holding penalties, they up the drives. They mess them up. Holding offense, number 71. I done heard that a few times. It's like, all right, bro. Like, and then their other tackle.
Bro, he's first in penalties. He's first. Like he's one. Like look, I was looking it up today, bro. He's one.
Bro. Yeah, like it's just certain things that just can't happen. You can't have over 100 yards and penalties in a game and think you're gonna win. And it's just like, and even if you do, that's not sustainable. That's why you're 6-6. And you said their next games are Houston, Chargers, Titans, Raiders, and Broncos. Well, Broncos and Raiders. And
Chargers,
all
Titans.
of those games are winnable. You said what?
Yeah. Keep on.
You said all of those games are winnable, but some of those games are also losable. The Texans have shown to be an amazing defense in this final stretch of the season. They've been looking crazy. They just held the Colts to 12 points. They just held the Bills to 13. Not even 13. They really held them to like 6. Because like they had a kick return.
1-5. 1-5.
And then like you got Mahomes, but like come on, like these games are also, it shouldn't be coming down to this. Y'all shouldn't be 6-6.
See, I was trying to be 50-50. Now, I'm gonna be a real nigga. I swear to God, nigga. When we win these next 5 games, nigga, don't nobody want to see my nigga. Nigga, I don't care about no weak ass Patriots, nigga. I don't care about no Broncos, nigga. I don't care about no Indy Jack. Don't nobody want to see my nigga in the offs, nigga. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, my nigga, he back in that mode, bro. These last 2 weeks, tell me he back in that mode. He not letting this shit happen,
But
nigga. He back in that mode, nigga.
Jelani,
We frying the Texans.
this Jelani,
Back in that mode.
these are young and inexperienced teams in the playoffs. It's the Patriots, the Broncos, young quarterback, the Colts, Daniel Jones. It's people who haven't had much experience in these moments, and the Chiefs would have that advantage over them. But then, if the Chiefs get in, they would have to be like a 7 seed, a 6 seed, and it doesn't run through Arrowhead no more. The only time it really never ran through Arrowhead is that one time they went to Baltimore, that one time they went to Buffalo. Like, they have the ability to win away, but they gonna run through the entire playoff away. And it shows y'all don't play the best. Y'all play really good at home, but y'all don't play the best away.
Quadri, it's sweet. Just wait 5 weeks. That's what I'm gonna say. Promise you, bro. When it happened, boy, you did a 7 seed in EC New England. I bet you go against my nigga. Nigga, what? I dare you, boy. Denver, I dare you, Q. Jacksonville, I dare you, Q. We don't see, bro. We don't see. So, next team, we go to the AFC North. We're gonna talk about the Baltimore Ravens. The offense hasn't been good lately. You just pull up some numbers. This year, they are 28th in passing per game. That's just not good. They're 20th in yards per game, and they're 12th in points per game. Compared to last year, there was 7th in passing offense. That was the 3rd best points per game, and there was 1st in yards per game. So, like, the offense is way more explosive. But I think this is the reason of the Lamar Jackson hamstring injury. After that Miami game, it just hasn't been Lamar is. It just hasn't been good. Minnesota, 58% completion percentage, 176 yards, a touchdown. Then against Cleveland, only 56% completion percentage, 193 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 picks. Then New York Jets, 153 yards, 0 touchdowns, and the Bengals, 246, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Just the offense has been looking good, but I just think because Lamar just not healthy, I think he rushed back because like they need him. They need Lamar to make the playoffs, but he just hasn't been looking like Lamar because of the hamstring injury. So I just don't know how much I would trust this team, and also these next 5 games. They got the Steelers next week. Then they got the Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. In this division, you might lose 3, make the playoffs. At this point, you might be 8 and 9. At this point, weak ass division.
At that point,
like they could really make the playoffs 9-8 if they beat the Steelers twice and they beat the Bengals. And they just lose against the Patriots and Packers, they can still make the playoffs. But are they going to be this? Are they going to be the Steelers twice? Are they be the Bengals? Like Joe looks good, and they're like, I don't know how Lamar's going to look against the Patriots and Packers. It's just a lot of questions I have with this team. The defense has been picking up for the last few weeks. Just how last year there was they start off terrible in the first couple weeks in the season, get right, and the defense started looking good again. So this next 5 games, it just depends on Lamar's health and how Lamar will play over the next few games. And yeah, that's really what I gotta say about Baltimore. Q?
Yeah, Lamar doesn't really look like he's at 100% for real. That hamstring injury was probably rough. He has had a few other injuries that have like derailed him in practice. I think he was questionable 1 week for his toe. I don't know if it probably wasn't the same level of what like Joe Burrow was dealing with and like other quarterbacks were dealing with, but he played that week and they haven't looked the best. But they were on their 5-game win streak, but when they were on their 5-game win streak, they weren't playing the best teams. Um, and then they dropped this game to the Ravens where they make a lot of mistakes, like a lot of fumbles, a lot of turnovers. Uh, that pass counted as an interception, and I just feel like with the Ravens offense, they don't get the ball to their playmakers enough. Um, I feel like Zay Flowers has almost been like a non-factor all year. Like Zay Flowers has not been doing much at all. And like every time he really has the ball, he makes plays. He does something with the rock. I feel like, but it seems like they can't get him going for real in the receiving game. I don't know if that's due to play calls. I don't know if that's due to like him just not being opened or Lamar not finding him or that the other quarterbacks that were in not finding him. But they have playmakers that they need to get the ball to, and they're just not getting the ball. Um, Derrick Henry only having 10 carries. Derrick Henry, I feel like doesn't he gets carries, but he doesn't get the production he needs to get in the backfield. I feel like they run too much shotgun. I feel like they run too much like pistol. I feel like y'all need to get under center, get Patrick Ricard out there. Is Patrick Ricard like Patrick
He's been
Ricard?
playing.
He been playing, but like he been playing tight end. Like, bro, put him in fullback, Patrick Ricard, put him in there, ISO, I formation, get somebody back there and have Derrick Henry run the damn ball, bro. Just be blowing me. Like, why is Derrick Henry getting the ball in the red zone in shotgun? What kind of plays are these? Derrick Henry, we hit the 6 yard line against the Browns. Derrick Henry's in shotgun. He get the ball on first and go. He gets 2 yards. We take him out. We put Keaton Mitchell in. It's second and go from the 4. Give Derrick Henry the ball again. What are we doing? You have Derrick Henry and we have Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar might not be 100%, but we still have Lamar Jackson. Like we have Derrick Henry and we have Lamar Jackson. Two probably the best backfield ever, at least last year. Like we have the best dual threat quarterback of all time in the first ballot Hall of Fame. And they're both probably first ballot Hall of Famers. But like get plays to where we can get our players the ball, bro. I don't understand why we're not running Derrick Henry. We're not giving Derrick Henry the ball in the red zone. He's only in there on first and go, and then we throw the ball twice, and then we kick the field goal. Why would we do that? What are we doing? Lock in. Like there's so many chances where we have that they have to get 7 and then they get 3. So it's like 3 and enough, especially when your defense isn't playing the best. And when you get to the defense, they can't get pressure on nobody. Kyle Hamilton is almost asked to do everything on the defense. He's even asked to rush the passer at this point because they can't rush the passer, bro. They don't got nobody that can get any pressure, like anybody.
Because
Like I don't.
Justin Nabika, he's been out for the whole year. So
And even then, like they weren't gonna get crazy. Like he wasn't gonna improve it like that. Like y'all gotta get somebody who can really get there.
yeah,
Like Justin, he's a great player, but like if he was playing like he would be making an impact. But like man, like they need like consistent pressure from somebody. Because like I said with Aiden Hutchinson, if we can target in on one guy, then like we good. That's he a D tackle. We triple teaming him. We straight.
yeah.
But I don't know, the Ravens have been inconsistent all year, whether Lamar's been playing or not. And I don't know, bro. It's frustrating to watch when
Yeah, it's always
you have a
it's always frustrating to watch because Lamar is one of my favorite players to watch, and I always want Lamar to succeed and to a AFC with the Bills not doing so well, same as the Chiefs and all these young teams. This is like one of the years, like this is like one of Lamar's best chances to get a ring, and with the injury and with the team really not doing as good on the offensive side that was last year, it's just like a dang man. Because I feel like at the beginning of the season, Lamar was like going to like the same pace or like looks like another level as how he was last year playing the quarterback position, and with his injuries kind of just derailed him and make this season a little bit different for him. But with how the division is how this AFC North is, they can still make it. Going on to our next team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I wasn't really even high on Pittsburgh to begin with the season. Um, number one, our defense is old. We just let go of Darius Slay. That should show how so let go Darius Slay. He was our star corner, and we played a lot of man. No, that is I don't know. We have a lot of old people in the backfield like Ramsey, Joe Poyer. That's not a zone corner, but was asking to play zone. Ramsey is playing the slot and free safety. I mean, Ramsey has been having a good year so far, though. But our D line has not been the same. Starting with the leader, TJ Watt. Not the same burst, not the same consistency, not the same pass rush. TJ Watt just hasn't been the same all year, and he has shows, and he has digressed a lot, as I'll say. Cameron Hayward, he's not really showing as much promise as he won all this money, gave him the money with incentives. He's not having that high of a year. You go to our offense, traded George Pickens. I don't know why we traded George Pickens. I thought DK, because like we got DK before we traded Pickens, right?
Yeah.
So like, I was like, bro, like I knew George. I was like, bro, DK and George would have been a good duo. We didn't have to release. We didn't have to trade them. Yeah, we wouldn't probably gonna give him the bread that he wanted, but like we could have kept him. And like, 'cause I feel like DK needs someone to work off of, as we've seen. I seen a stat today. George Pickens has more yards than the whole Steelers wide receiver core. That's sad. George Pickens has like
Yeah.
1,100 yards, and the whole receiving core has 1,052. It's like we cannot get it done on offense with 27th in yards per game, with 24th in passing yards per game, and with 28th in rush yards per game.
Yeah.
Like we literally almost bottom 5 in every statistical category on the offensive side, and on the defensive side, it's the same thing. We allow the 5th most yards per game. We allow the fifth most passing yards per game, and our run defense is middle of the pack. This team is just terrible, in my opinion. This team is not good, but we just somehow just win games. But I'm not really confident how the next 5 games are. Plus, with Aaron Rodgers is being banged up, we got the Ravens, then we have the Dolphins, Detroit, Browns, the Ravens again. I can see us losing 4 of the next 5, realistically. Like, I can see that because I'm not a
Yeah.
big believer of this team. I was never really a big believer of this team, and we got such like a good start. I was like, it's not really gonna last, and as we've seen, it's not lasting. So, yeah, man, the Steelers is just not looking so good so far. Mm. A lot of reports has been coming out with like people wants to fire Mike Tomlin. I swear I said this a year ago. Right? Then I said, you had this conversation.
Yeah.
I said some got to change. How much I love Mike Tomlin. I said the system got to change. I said we had to trade TJ Watt, his value was high. Now his value is not high at all. I said this last year. I said you should go to a rebuild and just trade all our assets, give draft picks. Because last year you probably got like 2 to 3 firsts for TJ. Now we're looking at it now, we might not get a first for TJ. I want to restart everything. I knew how this team was looking and how we try to get the last juice out of all our players, and it's not looking so good. So I think we had to let Mike Tomlin go. Not because he's a bad coach, just because we got to do something. I think the Steelers just need just a rebrand. Who they are, because we run the same defense, the weak ass 3-4 as our base for like the last 15 years of my life. The offense is so tight end centric. I don't like the play. I don't like I don't like the team. Q, your turn.
Yeah. The Steelers kind of like everything. Yeah, man. The defense old. T.J. Watt's been playing good. T.J. Watt's been playing good, but he hasn't been playing like T.J. Watt. Cam Hayward, same with him. The DB's been struggling heavy. Jalen Ramsey playing safety now. And he's playing good at safety. But like, bro, you a corner. Like, what happened? Like, we did play corner.
I mean, I'm not really even mad about that because, like, when you get older, like you want a 31-year-old to travel?
If he can.
No.
But he can't.
Like Charles Woodson, bro. He played corner, translated safety at the end of his career, played more versatile. Safeties really have to cover tight ends, running backs. Jalen Ramsey's a big guy. He can play in the box. Good tackler for a corner. So I like the transition. And just like, you got a lot of old niggas around him.
And it's just like the offense, like, Kenneth Gainwell has probably been y'all best player over the last few weeks. Like DK Metcalf is like, he's a good receiver, but like he like you said, he needs somebody to work off of. He can't be your one and your only one. Like he can't be the only guy in your room who's making plays.
Bro.
Because like
what I
he's
just
not
seen, bro? We
what?
signed Adam Thielen, bro.
Y'all did sign Adam Thielen.
Like
I don't know
more old
I don't know
niggas. We don't need old niggas. Shit trash, bro.
It's just like DK's not a guy who's just gonna like, he's not getting open. Like he's not like he's go up and get the ball. Like he's give me the ball. Maybe I make something happen after the catch. But he's not getting open for a quarterback to really get him the ball in like a 3rd and 10. Like it's like 3rd and 10. We not like relying on DK to get open. You know what I'm saying? And then you got all these tight ends. Y'all got all these tight ends and heavy sets, but y'all can't really run the ball. So it's like, and then Aaron Rodgers is like, when he's on the field, he's okay, but then it's like, keeps getting hurt. Mason Rudolph's is playing, and it's like, y'all don't know, man. Like you said, it's time to blow it up. It's about that time. It's about that time,
bro.
It's about that time to like.
No, it's been that time. I try to get out of it early because you'd rather be a year early than a year late. I try to get out of it early. I seen the vision, and y'all call me stupid. I remember you kid was like, "What would we find Mike Tomlin?" I remember,
But like,
I made a video about it. It was like, bro, why would we find Mike Tomlin for it? Yes, bro. Like, it's not because Mike Tomlin's a bad coach. The reason is just to restart and try something new. Like we need a whole rebrand of Steelers football.
I don't even like the thing with firing Mike Tomlin to me is Mike Tomlin doesn't deserve to be fired.
He doesn't.
He doesn't deserve to get like that.
Part ways.
Of like, part ways. But like, and it's like at the same time, Mike Tomlin is a good coach, and he's such a good coach that he'll take the talent that the Steelers organization have supplied him with, which is not much, and he'll take them and he'll give them a positive record, which is the issue. That's the problem. That's the cycle.
Yeah.
Y'all never have enough talent to really be that good, but then Mike Tomlin is good at making do with what he has, even though it's not enough talent. And then y'all don't get a good draft pick, and y'all can't get anybody of substance in the draft for real that can change your franchise.
Yeah.
And then y'all haven't been making the best draft picks either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Derek Harmon has done all season.
Nah, he hasn't been doing much. I was kind of surprised by that pick, to be honest. What was that, 20? I wanted Emeka, but the Bucks took him the pick before. So like, because I knew we need some receiver help. Yeah, Jeff has not been good. Even so,
Did y'all take last one?
Some lineman. We trying to build up a line for the last 2 years because before this year, the last 2 picks of the first round, the last 2 years of draft was old lineman. But
man, it is that time to kind of like part ways with Mike Tomlin. Maybe blow it up a little bit with T.J. Watt, guys like that. Maybe get Jalen Ramsey out of there, even though we just got there.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers, his time up, bro. That's my favorite QB all time, but his time been done with. Yeah, I don't know. DK gonna be there by himself next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. They need to blow that up though.
Yeah. And the last team we'll be talking about today is the LA Chargers. The reason we'll be talking about the LA Chargers because as report says Justin Herbert has broke his left hand and did undergo surgery. The reason I put this team up is because beyond how healthy Herbert is, oh my God. No, we didn't. We have another team, but we're gonna talk about the Chargers real quick. The reason we put the Chargers up here is because these next 5 games for the Chargers, they can drop these last 5. These next 5
Drop
games,
the
and
last.
if like it's all just depends on Herbert and how his health is. But they got Philly,
Mm-hmm.
KC,
Mm-hmm.
Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
Houston, Denver.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
that's why they're on the list. Because if Herbert missed 2 games, if he decides not to play against Philly and maybe play for KC, just like how this gauntlet is, they need Herbert at 100%. Like,
Yeah.
and how this is, like, they can't, like, we can, like, how am I looking at this? They can easily, even with a healthy Herbert, I can see them losing 3 of these 5 games.
Yeah.
Possibly, because that Dallas game is just like, oh my God, Dallas is good right now. So, like, even with healthy Herbert, I wouldn't be, like, shocked if they lost to 4 of the next 5. But, like, if Herbert's not 100%, if Herbert does decide to tough out and play, it's just not the same. The O-line is already injury prone. Amari Hampton should be back against KC. But even so, if they don't look as good, it's just they can easily drop out this playoff race because the AFC is looking a little. The AFC playoff race is a little tight too. So I just hope Herbert is healthy because if it's not, the season can go down in 3 weeks. But Quadri,
Yeah.
as what I just said, how you feel about the Chargers?
The Chargers season has kind of just been derailed by a lot of injuries. Before the season even started, Rashawn Slater's out for the season. When the season just starts, Joe Alt's having a great year, playing left tackle instead of right tackle. He moves over to recover for Rashawn Slater. He's out for the season. Marion Hampton out for a minute. Justin Herbert breaks his hand. It's like, I don't know. And Justin Herbert is the engine that makes his offense go. Without Justin Herbert, this Chargers team is Khalil Mack was out for a little minute. Like, he was playing great football. I don't know, bro. When you told me that gauntlet of a freaking schedule they got for the rest of the season, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Chargers probably won't make the playoffs. That sounds cooked. They got the Texans, Eagles, Denver, and the Cowboys.
Oh
Yeah,
my
they're not.
like, because like how I'm looking, the reason I don't like it's like 4 of these next 5 teams can just get pressure on this O-line because Philly, great D-line. Houston, great D-line. Denver, the best D-line. And KC, they blitz 4th most in the league. It's like, it's a lot of pressure on Herbert. And if Herbert's trying to evade, trying to use his hand, we don't know how that's going to work. We don't know, like, I remember it's the dude he played at Oklahoma this year. He broke his hand. I think he was back in like 2 weeks, but like he was just never the same. Like he was a Heisman favorite and all. But after you F up his hand, he couldn't play the same. So
Yeah,
it's just a gauntlet that the Chargers have to go to, and just like even with a healthy Herbert, they can dead ass lose 5 straight. Even with a healthy Herbert, bro. Why would they do this to them, bro? Like, that's so unfair. That's OD.
Either way, that's
crazy. That's crazy. And like they already they already beat the Chiefs and they already beat the Broncos. So like, oh like split like, oh Lord, is this not looking so good for the Chargers? And the last team we be talking about is the Indianapolis Colts. As we know, Colts just dropped their last two against the Chiefs and the Texans, and their team kind of went back to earth. Also, Dan Jones is injured. He's still playing through injury, but fractured his tibia against the Chiefs. Still played, but now, Sauce Gardner, he had a calf injury. Nobody's really know the ballistics on it. Hopefully, it's not a torn Achilles, but how it looked like, because no report has been out yet, as I've seen so far. Maybe be some tomorrow when this video is uploaded. But Sauce Gardner, he might be out for the rest of the year. That was one of their big signs in the midseason that I really thought with Sauce, this team could really make some noise in the playoffs. And now they are not the division leader. And now it's like the next 5 games are a gauntlet also. You have the Jags, Seattle, San Francisco, Jags, Houston. And I can possibly I can see them losing 3 of the next 5.
Yeah.
Possibly 4. Like it just not very so good because if they go 10-7 and the Chiefs are 10-7, the Chiefs will make the playoffs because the head-to-head they lost. And how's the season is just looking for the Colts and Jonathan Taylor. The running game hasn't been as good. Dan Jones has not been good in the 4 quarters. And the last other losses, his 4 quarter performance hasn't been as good. I wouldn't say they kind of figure out their offense, but I just feel like the offense just kind of went back to earth, I would say. And these next 5 games is just rough, man. It's just starting off 8-2, but you might finish 10-7. It's just rough. But Quadri, how you feel about the Colts?
I don't know, man. Their run game has been suffering over the last few weeks. It shows when you do stop Jonathan Taylor that the Colts aren't the same team. And Jonathan Taylor's not going for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's not going to do that every game. We knew that. But earlier in the season, it kind of looked like Daniel Jones could be that void that could be like, okay, like he might not carry the team, but like he's manageable if we need him to be manageable. But like they haven't been able to win the game. 2 close games in the last couple weeks. He's dealing with an injury right now, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's dealing with an injury. But at a point, I don't know. Depending on how bad his injury is, because a torn, maybe it sounds pretty serious. At what point do you
it's fractured. He fractured his tibia, but like that's still.
Like at what point do you like? Because you still have AR, and I'm not saying AR is like finna save the franchise, but AR can. He has some talent. Like he's been sitting for a minute behind him. I don't think he's gonna like. It's either like you play AR or you play a hurt Daniel Jones. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
they got the look at their schedule though. I don't. If they was playing like the Titans or something.
Like them boys was in a quarterback battle before the season. Like they were somewhat neck and neck at some point. Daniel Jones just took it. And it's like, partially because AR got hurt. And like, if I'm not saying AR is going to come in and take Daniel Jones' job, but I'm saying like, would you rather start a hurt Daniel Jones? Would you rather start a healthy Anthony who could potentially lead you games? Because like 12 points, 12 points ain't really much. Like, you know what I mean? But
so if Richardson decides if Richardson's play like 3 games, you would expect like win 2 of the 3, or like if he played 2 games, you think like Jones would be ready for like that 3rd week?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
just
I don't know where
expect
he.
a win?
I don't. I don't expect a win. I just which one would give you a better chance to win? A hurt Daniel Jones or a healthy Anthony Richardson? And if you think a hurt Daniel
Mm.
Jones will help you win more games, you don't think Anthony Richardson is good enough to win those games? I'm not inside the Colts organization, so I don't know. If you don't think AR can come in and give you a better chance than Daniel Jones could right now since he's hurt, I maybe keep riding with him, but he's hurt and like it can only get worse. I don't like playing hurt players. Like he hasn't a fractured I don't like playing like Daniel Jones like toughening out when he hurt. Like that's not smart. Like yeah,
Yeah.
they trying to make a playoff. Like bro, like one now, like be for real. But
Mm.
if you feel like Daniel Jones is okay, if he feels like he's okay, he knows his body better than I do. If you feel like he can get you there, even though he's hurt, do what you gotta do. But it's gonna be rough because that remaining schedule is tough. And Sauce is gonna be a
Mm.
big hit. They just got him. That's gonna suck that he might not play for the rest of the season. Hopefully it's not Achilles. Hopefully it's just a calf strain. And but he'll still miss time. And that kind of sucks that they just got him. Gave up 2 firsts for him. But football is. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully they can get their offense back going again because they looked good in the beginning of the season. It would be bad for like a Colts fan go from the best team in the AFC to not make the playoffs in a matter of
Yeah, that would be.
7 weeks.
Yeah, that's why we made this episode, man, because these teams that are struggling and these next couple games is just like teams is like, yo, like we look at beginning of the season, like these could be the best teams in the league, or like some surprising teams that like great starts, but they can have a traumatic finish. Now, we always do this. We look at these week 14 matchups. Quick answers. Thursday night football, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Detroit Lions. I'm taking Dallas,
Thursday,
bro.
bro. That's
I'm
that's
taking
gonna be lit.
Dallas. I'm
I'm
taking
taking
Dallas,
Dallas
bro.
too. You heard why? I'm taking that.
Yeah. Then 1 o'clock, we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns. Shador versus Cam. I'm taking the Browns. I'm taking the Browns.
I'm taking the
We
Browns too,
need it,
but the
bro.
Browns defense is really
We
good.
need it for the city, man. We need it. Then like, yeah, Cam Ward hold on to the ball too much. Well, Miles, that shit barbecue.
I was gonna get 3. That's
Next
gonna get the
game.
record right there.
Oh, yep. Next game, we got Seattle versus the Falcons. Got Falcons, baby. Let's work. BJ on big game coming.
Be so for real, bro. Be so for real. Be so.
I got Seattle. I can't lie. I got Seattle.
I got Seattle.
Next game, we got the Colts versus the Jags.
I got the Jags at
Is that home? Yeah, okay. I got Jags. I feel like they'll split Colts game at the end of the year. Next game, we got the Commanders versus Minnesota. I think Daniels might make his return this game. I don't want to see that nigga, bro. Please, I don't want to see him. Sit that nigga out.
battled. Great ass. I got the
I got Commanders, though.
at the Commanders. Marcus Mariota is going crazy.
Next game, we got the Bengals versus the Bills. I got Joe.
I got the Bills. The Bills are at home. I got the Bills.
I got
The
Joe.
Bengals looked good last week. Ravens, but I got the Bills.
I got Joe. T. Higgins might be back next week too. I got Joe. We got the Bucks versus the Saints. I got the Bucks.
Bucks.
We got the Steelers versus the Ravens. I have Baltimore.
Yeah, be more at home. I feel like they're gonna bounce back from last week.
We got the Dolphins versus the Jets. I got the Dolphins.
I got the Jets.
We got Denver versus Oakland. I got Oakland. I got Raiders, Las Vegas. I'm tweaking.
Bro,
Upset.
be so dead ass,
Upset.
bro.
Upset trust. Trust. Who you got?
I said the Broncos.
Uh, Now we got the Rams versus the Cardinals. I got the Rams.
Rams. Rams for sure.
We got Chicago versus Green Bay. I got Packers. I feel like they're gonna split, but I got Packers this year.
It's in Green.
Michael, he gonna hunt that nigga down.
I got the Packers too. Yeah.
Houston versus the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs.
I don't. That defense like previously be like no. I got Houston. Bro, that
Like
defense
that.
is.
I like that too. I
That
like
defense
that.
is
31
crazy.
points on that defense. 31 points on that defense. Mark my words. Now we got Philly versus the Chargers. I have Philly.
Philly gonna bounce back. Hopefully Justin played. If Justin played, it'll be more interesting.
Yeah, I don't think Philly's gonna lose 3 straight. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, man. Sorry for the hiatus again. We will be back next week again. Thank you for watching this video. Me and my brother do post daily on our social medias, JNBall3, KDN Sports. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hope you like this type of new video we made. It was fun in my opinion. So tell me how y'all like this video. Thank you for liking this video. Peace.